Abraham Lincoln was a professional basketball player, a president who knew how to slam dunk. Could this be fact or fiction?
John F. Kennedy was an accomplished race car driver, a president who knew how to speed through life. Could this be fact or fiction?
Ulysses S. Grant was a professional golfer before his presidency, a president who teed off for success.
Could this be
Fact or fiction?
James Monroe was the first president to visit Australia, a president who ventured down under.
Could this be
Fact or fiction?
Abraham Lincoln was the first Republican president. Could this be fact or fiction?
William McKinley was assassinated while in office, a president who faced a tragic end. Could this be fact or fiction?
Andrew Jackson was the first president to face an assassination attempt, a president who survived history's test.
Could this be
Fact or fiction?
Richard Nixon invented the microwave oven, a president who cooked up innovation.
Could this be
Fact or fiction?
James Madison was a professional surfer.
Founding fathers who right ways too.
Could this be fact or fiction?
James Monroe established the Monroe Doctrine, a president who set foreign policy in motion. Could this be fact or fiction?
Thomas Jefferson was the first president to visit Mars, a president who boldly went where no leader had gone before.
Could this be
Fact or fiction?
Richard Nixon resigned from office due to the Watergate scandal, a president who stepped down.
Could this be
Fact or fiction?
James Madison was known as the father of the Bill of Rights. Could this be fact or fiction?
Richard Nixon established the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, a president who cared for Mother Earth. Could this be fact or fiction?
John F. Kennedy established the Peace Corps, a president who volunteered for change.
Could this be
Fact or fiction?
Barack Obama signed the Affordable Care Act into law, a president who cared about health.
Could this be
Fact or fiction?
James Madison is known as the father of the Constitution, quite the founding family. Could this be fact or fiction?
Barack Obama was a famous wildlife photographer, a president who captured nature's beauty. Could this be fact?
Andrew Johnson was an Olympic gold medalist in swimming, a president who made a splash.
Could this be
Fact or fiction?
Bill Clinton invented the mobile phone, a president who dialed up progress.
Could this be
Fact or fiction?
William McKinley invented the automobile, driving the country forward? Could this be fact or fiction?
Franklin Pierce was the only president from Alaska, a leader who came from the Great White North. Could this be fact or fiction?
Abraham Lincoln was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth, a president whose legacy lives on.
Could this be
Fact or fiction?
Teddy Roosevelt was a professional poker player, president who played his cards right.
Could this be
Fact or fiction?
Theodore Roosevelt's face is carved into Mount Rushmore alongside George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and Abraham Lincoln. What a lineup! Could this be fact or fiction?
Franklin Pierce was the only president from New Hampshire, representing the Granite State. Could this be fact or fiction?
4 presidents have won the Nobel Peace Prize: Theodore Roosevelt, Woodrow Wilson, Jimmy Carter, and Barack Obama, leaders who championed peace.
Could this be
Fact or fiction?
James K. Polk oversaw the acquisition of Texas in the Mexican-American War, a president who expanded the nation.
Could this be
Fact or fiction?